Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I am reintroducing the EP forecast, which is a projection machine for the 2020 presidential election that I manage and update. But before I do get into today's video, I wanted to show you all that over 90% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. That is incredibly high. If we are able to get that down to below 80%, I will conduct a subscriber decided election night for all of you guys to participate in. So please hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and share the channel with all of your friends as well. Thank you all so much. Anyways, back to the video. The EP forecast includes data from other forecasts including the JHK, The Economist, the Hour Progress, and 538's forecast. It also takes into account polling averages from 538 and Real Clear Politics. And finally, my personal prediction, plus the 2016 presidential election results as well. All of these data points are weighted for credibility, recency, and accounted bias, and then averaged out to see the final margin here. I have every state that isn't considered safe in this sheet here, so let's go through it and fill out the 2020 electoral map between Joe Biden and Donald Trump as we go. But before I forget again, and before we get started, Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District and Maine's 1st and 2nd Congressional Districts won't be included in this video because as of right now, we don't have enough data to properly fill them out. Other than that though, let's get right into it, starting with the likely states that you see here. Colorado, Virginia, and Maine's 2 at-large electoral votes all fall under likely Dem margins, which is from 8 to 12 points, and they'll be filled in on the map as such. Both Colorado and Maine are interestingly listed as safe in the JHK forecast, and Colorado is also considered safe according to The Economist and 538's polling averages. This is why you see Colorado further in Biden's column than Virginia, despite it being closer in 2016 as you see here. Now on the opposite end of the spectrum, the likely Republican states are Missouri, South Carolina, and Alaska. As you can see on the forecast, all 3 went to Trump by safe margins in 2016, but their closer than expected polling numbers lower them into likely territory. You may also note that I personally still expect Missouri and Alaska to remain safe for Trump this November, while South Carolina I do believe will in fact move into that likely territory. But moving on now, we have the big group of lean blue states. In order from highest to lowest margin: New Hampshire, Minnesota, Michigan, Nevada, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Florida. With all of these states filled in on the map, it brings Joe Biden up to 301 electoral votes, already way past the 270 mark needed to win the presidency. And while all of these states do fall under the same category in lean, I do feel it's important to point out how large a difference there is between states here. Take New Hampshire and Florida for example, with New Hampshire at almost +7 for Biden and Florida in the +2 to +3 range. Florida is far more likely to stay in Trump's column in 2020 than New Hampshire is to flip from where they were in 2016. Also, 4 of these states would be flips: Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Florida. And finally, the lowest data point out of all of these states is the Hour Progress forecast for Florida, which has it at just +1 for Biden. And let's now move on to the lean Republican states. In order of highest to lowest margins: Texas, Iowa, Georgia, and Ohio. Out of all of these states, only Georgia, believe it or not, was in the lean column in 2016. And moving from right to left through the data, Ohio is the only state where Biden leads in the Real Clear Politics polling average with a shocking 2.3 point lead. Ohio is also the lone state in which Biden leads in 538's average, meaning he has a clear edge in polling in that state as of right now. As for the Hour Progress forecast, Georgia joins Ohio as slightly in the blue column there. Now finally we have the last 2 states, North Carolina and Arizona. Both states fall under the tilt column for both respective candidates and parties, with Arizona at +1.25 for Joe Biden, bringing him up to 317 electoral votes. And then North Carolina is, wow, take a look at this, just plus 0.04 for Donald Trump and the Republicans, making it tilt incredibly slightly towards the red column. That does give Trump 218 electoral votes though, and interestingly, North Carolina is only red in 538's forecast, as well as the RCP polling average, my personal prediction, and then with the 2016 results, that is really contributing the most to that push over to Trump. Everything else in that column is blue. Arizona, on the other hand, is blue across the board, except for their 2016 results. As for the election map though, 3 electoral votes are toss-ups, as we don't have enough data to accurately fill out the competitive congressional districts. However, if they go the way they are expected to, with Nebraska's second tilting blue, Maine's first as safe blue, and Maine's second as lean red, then we will have a 319 for Joe Biden to 219 for Donald Trump map. I'll be updating this pretty frequently as the data is constantly changing, but as of right now, this is the 2020 electoral map according to the EP forecast. Let me know what you guys think is wrong about the forecast as of right now, what you would change, and what you believe is your personal prediction for the 2020 election. Obviously, a lot is going to change, and this video is not going to be anywhere near completely accurate for what happens in November, but it is our best guess at how things stand if the election was held today. But that is it for today's video. Please make sure to hit the like button down below, as well as subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, if we get the number of subscribed viewers to below 80%, I will conduct a subscriber-decided election night for you all to participate in. It's free, so please subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and tune in next time. EP out.